Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 201 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And you know the drill right now, by now, guys. Make sure you head over to our Instagram page or our Twitter page. That's SZN Podcast or SZN Pod. Link in the bio on both those two platforms there, and that will take you to where we're situated at streaming wise. So if you like audio, go to Spotify, the Apple Podcasts, the usual links there. And then YouTube channel, the link is there as well for the visuals. We apologize. There was some video difficulties last week, which is why our upload was upload wasn't a video, but we're back to scheduled programming this week. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Flowz, how have you been, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thanks. Bit of a chilled week this week when it comes to the boxing. One particular card to mention that was over here, UK card, and that was the Felix Cash Tyler Denny card, Flowz, that was on the Zone on the weekend.
Yeah.
Worth discussing that, Flowz, because obviously Felix Cash is a boxer that I think we've mentioned many times in this pod. It's someone we like and someone we rate, and he's had a bit of a stinker, Flowz, to be honest. Now, with Cash, it's a weird one, right, Flowz, because he has been out for 18 months. And the reason for him being out, I'm still not 100% clear, Flowz. There's a lot of rumors as to why he's been out. But the usual what we see is he's been out due to battling various injuries and surgeries and whatnot. But the fact that you laugh, Flowz, tells me that you've also seen some of the rumors as to why Felix Cash has been missing for 18 months inside the boxing ring. Do you care to tell what you've heard, what you yourself have heard, Flowz? Rumors that you've heard.
Well, the rumors have been floating for a long time, and I think we've alluded
We've
to
mentioned
it.
In passing.
Yeah, we've mentioned it in passing. We've not directly addressed it because once again they're rumors.
Yeah.
But we've mentioned it slyly. And Felix Cash hails from a certain gym that a certain fighter also hails from. And ever since that certain fighter's ban occurred, an ongoing saga in itself, Conor Ben.
That's to say, are you going to say it or what? Or are you going to?
Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. Conor Ben.
Yeah.
So the rumors are, ever since Conor Ben pissed hot, pop dirty, which is still up in the air as whether he's guilty or not because it's a messy case. But ever since that situation, certain fighters have been inactive from that camp.
Yeah.
Which is they all train under Tony Sims. They train at Tony Sims' gym. And a few fighters from there have either been inactive or they've not looked as impressive. Conor Ben being one of them. People have questioned where his power has gone. Joe Cordina has taken the feats and hasn't looked as impressive. So people are questioning him. Now Felix Cash has come back, and in a fight he was expected to win. Felix Cash, I'm sure, would have won prior to this layoff. A fight that he should have won. Don't get me wrong, Tyler Denny is good, but Felix Cash's trajectory was supposed to surpass that, and he's unfortunately lost as well. Well, we'll get into the fight, but yeah, he's
as we said, Felix Cash, Flowz. As we said, Felix, when you talk about trajectory, we mentioned it. Look at where Hamza Shiraz is now. That was kind of where Felix was. He might have been there or was heading towards, right?
Yeah.
The next big middleweight from the UK. It was Felix Cash. How a lot can change in 18 months, Flowz. He's always been a bit weird with activity, Flowz. But because I think before this, prior to the 18-month layoff, I remember he had almost like a year layoff before. You know when him and Ammo Williams kind of squared up. Yeah. He just come off a year layoff, basically. So yeah, man. I mean, yes, I guess Tyler Denny, no shade to him or whatever. He's not someone I particularly rate like that, Flowz. But yes, obviously Felix Cash, seeing where I've watched him, I was expecting him to be able to take a Tyler Denny, but I acknowledge, Flowz, it's a tough comeback fight. you've come off an 18-month layoff, right, Flowz, and you go straight into a European Championship fight against the champion. It's quite tough. Without a warm-up, for example, it could maybe after 18 months, it's like, okay, maybe you should have a warm-up first before you go into that fight at that magnitude. But I still kind of didn't expect him, Flowz, to come through it. But we look at the fight now, Flowz, and it's quite clear to me that Felix has been out for 18 months. The timing's off. Doesn't look the same in there, Flowz. But yeah, like I said, the timing's gone. Denny is someone who has an engine. Like I say, he's not probably the most skilled of fighters, Flowz, but one thing he does have, he has an engine. He comes forward and he doesn't quit. And on the night, Flowz, he just wanted it more to me. He looked like he wanted it more. There were moments in there where Cash didn't even look like he wanted to be in there, Flowz, to be honest, Flowz. And
yeah,
you're losing to a guy who isn't as skilled as you, isn't as good as you, of pure desire and passion. It's not a great thing to see, Flowz, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, the timing was off. This guy wanted it more, and he cut Cash early doors, and Denny didn't even know for his power like that, and he was rocking Cash. So it just wasn't a good performance, and it was stopped by TD, Flowz, based on a cut that Cash had, which obviously got progressively worse. He suffered the cut earlier on. I can't remember which round it was. I think, was it the second round or third round, maybe, Flowz?
Yeah, I think it was second round.
Second round, yeah.
Yeah, so very early.
And yeah, obviously the blood, you see the blood's like steaming into his eye, and it's making it difficult for him and whatnot. And I guess the fifth round now, Flowz, and doctor's taking a look at it and decided to stop the fight. And I guess because it came from a punch, technical decision went Denny's way. But yeah, to me, Flowz, there was moments in there, Flowz, I just said to myself, does Cash want to be here? Really and truly.
Yeah, just a correction. It was an accident head clash.
Oh, was it head clash? Okay, yeah.
Because if it was a punch,
yeah, right.
He would have got the decision, because it was accidental head clash, and after the fourth round, they go to the judges' scorecards.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, everything else you were spot on. I can't disagree with anything you say. Cash didn't want to be in there especially after that cut. I think he got rocked. Was it end of second round or end of third round? He got rocked badly.
Yeah,
and then I think Denny just made it ugly and hard for him early on. Straight away, stuck on him. And Cash likes to box and move. You know how they mad fight. Likes to box. I think he's gypsy heritage as well. Cash,
he is. No, big gypsy heritage. Yeah.
Yeah, so they like to box and move. They like to fight, but then they start. You know what their style is: languid, free throwing, throw at the jab, box and move.
Yep.
Quite slick. But yeah, Denny wasn't letting him have it. He was on to him, and then he was catching him, rocking him, like you say. And yeah, man, I don't know what next for Felix Cash. Because if his heart's not in it, then boy.
That's the question, Flowz. The big question I'm going to ask you. Like, it's hard when, again, I will acknowledge the fact that yes, you're coming off an 18-month layoff to go straight into a European title fight without any sort of warm up or anything is tough. But forget that aside. When you're seeing someone that doesn't look like they want to be in the ring, Flowz, you question whether it's worth them continuing. Again, I haven't seen any post interviews with Cash. I don't actually know what his thoughts are and just, what the camp is thinking. But if your heart's not in it, Flowz, there's no point in you being in boxing because, it's a dangerous sport. We said this, you can't play boxing. So if he generally doesn't want to be down with the sport anymore, he can ride off into the sunset. That's it for him. But if he does, he just needs to take a long, hard look at himself, obviously, Flowz, and really, I guess, come back to the drawing board with a plan in place. Maybe a couple warm-up fights to get back into the groove, because 18 months is a long layoff for a lot of people. I saw a lot of, you see a lot of talk, Flowz, right, within camps about how outside the ring, he doesn't really live the life like that. He doesn't really train hard, that kind of stuff. Similar to Billy Joe, outside the ring, they say Billy Joe never really lived the life. He didn't really care too much. Obviously, when he's in camp and whatnot, he would start working hard, but outside of life, he doesn't really care for boxing too tough. And apparently that's quite similar to Cash as well. So yeah, I guess questions will need to be asked from him and his camp, whether he does want to continue or not. But one thing I know for sure is this, Flowz. If his heart isn't in it, he shouldn't be fighting anymore. Simple, because he could get hurt.
And look, this question mark, he's not been fighting for that long. And this is like the third or fourth time he's been cut in a fight like this.
Yeah.
He gets cut regularly. He usually comes through it. He usually wins. He's undefeated. But you're getting cut regularly now, and what kind of damage is that doing to your eyes? So, I mean, he's going to get cut again if he keeps fighting. Once you start getting cut, you don't stop.
The scar tissue is easy to reopen. Very easy.
Look, it happens. We see it all the time. Gabe Rosado, another renowned.
I was literally going to say, Gabe Rosado, he's going to get every fight. His face is a bloody mess.
Cut, and that's something you've got to constantly fight through. It's something that you know you're going to... Look, I don't know what's going on. Once again, obviously the rumors are the rumors.
Well, I'm not even, because we don't know. So,
it might all be tongue in cheek and all of that. But what we can see is the desire in there. Now, look, who knows? Maybe he could have dug deeper, fought on, but he didn't really complain. It was bothering him. I don't know what next for him. And look,
shame,
once again, is a shame. I do want to shout out Tyler Denny. I want to shout out Tyler Denny because his trajectory has been good. And he's done what he needed to. Very impressive. So I don't want to take too much away from him. But like you say, Felix Cash was meant to be one of the next contenders really in that division. And disappointing performance.
Very disappointing performance. And Tyler Denny moves on. One thing about Tyler Denny, he's gonna give a hard night's work. He's gonna give his best effort. So, and he did that, and he got him the W against someone that had a much more steep trajectory than him. Someone that was more fancied. Like I said a couple of years ago, a year or 2 years ago, there was proposition between Ammo and Felix to get it on, and the winner goes on to like world title fights and whatnot. So it's interesting actually because they are two of Matchroom's best middleweight prospects, and they both taking their first L's in short space of time within each other. So you might have to set up Ammo Felix still. But
look, he could come back. It's just it depends on where his head's at.
It's just that's it. Literally, that's it.
We're
not writing them off and whatnot. It's just your desire. Do you want to do it or not? If your head's still in it, great. If it isn't, fair enough. You'll be known as a prospect. That was it. As someone potentially you could have been good, but it is what it is. But pick up Tyler Denny. And Felix, if you do come back, I hope it's a time when you've sorted out what you need to sort out, and your head's back in it and you're looking to get back in the game. One loss isn't curtains for you. It's still early on in his career. So Flo, that's what I want. That's only fight I tuned in for that card. I heard one of the fights under the card was a cracker, but I actually missed it, unfortunately. The Croco fight. I heard that was an absolute cracker. Okay. I'll make sure after this recording, I'll go check it out.
Watch it. There were rounds which were super entertaining, super fun. Just look, it wasn't even boxing at certain points. These men were just scrapping. They was, especially the end of that final round, they were just scrapping. No guard, just swinging. Watch it. Listeners, watch it.
I heard it was a bit controversial though. Was it controversial? The winner, I heard the winner, they thought the other fighter won.
Walker was controlling the story of the fight. Let me say that. He was pressing the action and Croco was fighting in spots at certain points. But because Walker's offense was so poor when Croco was landing in spots, he looks like he was just piecing them up in those spots. But he'd always respond. He'd always respond, Walker. He was always pushing the action. And then he got a point deducted for a low blow, which it would have been a split draw if not for that. But it could have gone either way. Really could have. I think the point kind of sealed the deal, but it could have gone either way. So I can see why people are controversial, but Walker controlled the story of the fight, I would say, is why people are leaning towards him.
Fair.
Become a common term for us. The story of
the fight. Max Kellerman. Thing is, when he dropped that with the Canelo fight,
people were kidding.
I think it's people were kidding, but me and you said, no, we get it. I get what you're saying.
100% understand.
I said, Max, you ate. I get what you're saying straight away. The people that are killing him are idiots. Because I fully understood him, and it's actually the sickest term ever.
It makes so much sense.
It
It makes so much sense.
Bro, I miss Max, man, and that HBO team. I missed them so much, man. The GOAT team.
Yeah, since that
Canelo
day,
controlled the story of the fight.
I've had that term about Arsenal because it's fantastic.
Nah, it's the way both of you just message them and say, "Yo, that story of the fight term is a bar. I don't care." Because no, they killed bro. You know, they actually killed him online. They said, "Oh, what the hell is Max is too eloquent for this? What's he talking about? Story of the fight." It makes perfect sense, Flowz.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the best new boxing terms ever. Cool. Let's move on to next week, Flowz. It's two fights we need to talk about, really, two cards. First card we talk about briefly is the Teofimo card, Flowz, on Saturday. Teofimo hasn't fell victim to the Thursday top rank curse, has he? Or is it just Shakur that they tend to slap on Thursdays?
And someone else.
Oh, who's the other one who they like to slap on a Thursday? It might be. Has Teofimo fought on the Thursday before?
Was it Teofimo?
It might have been Teo, you know.
It was two people who ended up fighting on Thursday, and then AJ fought on the Thursday, and then we allowed it. AJ fought on what day?
No, AJ fought on a no. AJ didn't fight on the Thursday. AJ can't fight on the Thursday.
Something happened where AJ got moved because of F1.
Yeah, so he fought on a Sunday or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Or Friday or whatever. Yeah, because of F1. But
it was Shakur.
I'm checking if Teofimo has been slapped on the Thursday.
It might have been on a Sunday too, or something like that.
February 8th, which was it's Teo. Teo fought on the Thursday. Yeah. Ortiz fight was Thursday. I knew it was Teo. Yeah. So he's back on Saturdays, guys. Flowz, he's back on Saturday now.
Damn. This could have been slapped on the Thursday. This one could have been slapped on the Thursday.
I can't lie, could have. It's a voluntary defense against the well-heralded Steve Claggett, who is ranked number 13 in the WBO rankings, I believe. According to Teofimo, he claims that Claggett's the only guy that called him out and stepped up. According to Teofimo. That's what he's saying. Steve Claggett's the only one that challenged me. That's what he claims. Because obviously he's had a lot of questions as to why this fight's going down as a voluntary defense. It's not mandatory. And he claims Claggett was the only one that shouted him out. But anyways, just to make listeners aware of who Steve Claggett is, again, first time I'm hearing of him, he's a 35-year-old Canadian super lightweight, 38 wins, 26 by KOs. He's had 7 losses. One of them was a KO. On his resume, I'm looking if there's anyone I really recognize. Whole lot of Latino fighters. But yeah, not many fighters that I recognize name-wise, to be honest. Oh, Chris Van Heerden. He lost to him back in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it really. That's jumping out at me. Yeah. Just a guy that's been around for a long time. Not really. I'm just trying to see if he's ever challenged. I think this might be his first ever title shot. Yeah, it is. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not too sure why Teofimo's made this voluntary. Maybe he just wanted an easy touch win before he goes on to a big fight. But if it's gonna be a voluntary, Flowz, you have to put on the show. That's my only message to Teofimo. None of the nonsense you tend to do where, because you know he's an enigma, we said he's an enigma, Flowz. Yep. And for the big fights, he's up for it. And we know he's amazing in the big fights. And then we have the fights where he's fully expected to win against a lesser heralded opposition, and he stinks out of a joint. So if this is going to be a voluntary defense, Flowz, I don't want to see no repeats of the usual Teofimo against the lesser opposition. Go out there and put on the bloody show. Because a few times Teofimo's had to put on a show, and we've called for him to put on a show against a guy he's fully expected to beat, and he struggled, Flowz, right? Kambosos, Sandor Martin. Before he fought, Jermaine Ortiz. Before he fought Lomachenko, was it the Japanese? Wait, who did he fight? I'm just trying to think. Was it the Japanese body he fought before he fought Lomachenko, but he struggled?
Nah, I think did he not stop him?
I think that's the guy he steamrolled. No. So Nakatani, no, he steamrolled Comey. That was right before Lomachenko.
Yeah, but
Nakatani before that was kind of, I think that was touch and go. You know, I thought the Nakatani fight was touch and go. But anyways, it was the Comey fight. I remember him steamrolling.
I thought he looked impressive up until Lomachenko.
Was it Nakatani? He didn't stop him. It went the full distance.
I think he looked impressive though. I think maybe yeah, it's been a long time. I'm sure he looks good in that fight. I can't remember, but I don't remember having any worries about him early on. I felt like he was doing the right things.
I just
remember thinking, is Lomachenko a step up too far? But I do remember him having a good run up onto Lomachenko. Maybe he did strong, but at the time
I feel like he came into the Come fight because of. I need to go back and watch it. It's been a while, but I almost feel like, from what I remember, he didn't do amazing. I think he was expected to stop Nakatani. He wasn't able to stop him.
Maybe, yeah.
And there was a bit of pressure on him on the Come fight, and he went and destroyed Come. And everyone was like, okay, yeah, now he's ready for Loma. But yeah, anyways, apart from that,
whack though. Nakatani definitely whack. So
no, he's done. Obviously, I'm not calling Nakatani food, but yeah. Anyways, okay, cool. Let's forget that. But Jermaine Ortiz, we can say. Sandor Martin, we can say. And George Kambosos, we can say. So these are times where Teofimo is heavily favored to win. And he's let us down in his performance. We gave you your massive props to that Josh Taylor fight, Flowz, that performance, Flowz, one of the performances of the year. I was on my feet applauding. Then the Ortiz fight, tricky opponent, to be fair. Cut him some slack. Ortiz didn't really want to engage too tough. He had to chase him around and stuff. Cool. But this Claggett guy, Flowz, he has to look. I would drop him multiple times, thoroughly outbox him, or stop him. But he has to look super impressive, to be honest, Flowz. He can't go back to the old Teofimo of old, where he's failing to impress against less opposition. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm going to give Teofimo some credit here. The people he struggled with are people we know. He hasn't struggled against no one we don't know. We know about Sandor Martin. We knew about Kambosos. We know these are solid. They're not food.
They're not food. But you still expect Teofimo to. But his performances were very underwhelming, though, Flowz.
Yeah, but
he looked like an amateur against Kambosos.
We know these guys. And as well, there was an added factor where he was always looking past these men in the fights he struggled with.
But he can look past this guy too, Flowz, because
I've not seen him talking. He's been very quiet. I've seen one.
He actually has been, I've seen one
clip of him where he was mentioning Terence Crawford's name again. I don't know what's wrong with him.
See? Anyways, I'm not going to talk too much.
So I've seen one clip of him. I'm hoping it's an old clip. I didn't watch the full interview. I was hoping it was, but I haven't been seeing him too much. I've seen a tweet here and there. He obviously talks about the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia.
He's taking shots at Devin. Yeah.
But for the most part, he's not been acting too crazy, because that post-fight interview with Jermaine Ortiz, he was moving nuts.
Yeah.
He was telling the crowd to suck his whatever. He was dead. He was going crazy. He was praising God at the same time, moving nuts. So for the most part, he's been very quiet. But what I have seen of him, I hope he's not doing what he's previously done. Yeah. I don't believe if he struggles to a Claggett, I don't know what to do.
He better not. He better not. He can't.
I don't know Claggett.
Bro.
I've known Sandor Martin, Kambosos, Ortiz. These are the men I've seen him struggle with. Good. The thing when he's faced he's usually gets them out. I'm not saying the Claggett's a no name, but I can't remember ever seeing him fight.
Yeah.
So you dare not struggle.
He dare not. So you agree with me there, Flowz. You agree with me there that he can't. He dare not struggle. He's not allowed to.
Yeah.
And Flowz, okay, you know what? Yes, he hasn't been talking as much as usual, because usually he talks a hell of a lot. But the opportunity to overlook this guy is still there, because around the corner, Flowz, is still a big unification opportunity for him. We look at the landscape. Haney's still champ. We'll talk about Haney later. Obviously, Liam Parrow's a new champ. And then the third champ is, what's his name? Pitbull Cruz. There's still opportunities for him to unify in this division and have other big fights in this division. So, yeah, he better not overlook, but the opportunity to overlook is still there, Flo. So I just want him to be fully focused on this guy, put on a show for the fans, destructive performance, get your name talking again. Because his name's been left behind. I won't say left behind, Flo. He's still a big name, but we look at his peers in terms of, obviously, Tank is always going to be mentioned in discussions. Devin Haney, the controversy with Ryan is always going to be in discussions now. Shakur's been drumming up interest as well with his Twitter antics and whatnot. So he's the one that, not many people are mentioning compared to before, Flowz. So remind the people them that you're here. You're the one that started all this. You're the takeover still, and I'll be happy. That's it, really. But I fully expected to, perform against this guy, Flowz, and I've said this before with him, but yeah, this time I'm fully confident that. In fact, let me not say fully confident, but yes, I'm expecting a Teofimo KO or must-cost performance, Flowz, and then we can discuss who we can potentially fight next based on performance and whatnot. But yeah, he dare not stink. That's it. That's the be-all and end-all.
Yeah, simply can't. Simply can't. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Yeah. Let's talk about another big fight, Flowz. We have mega fight, actually, to be honest. Jesse Bam Rodriguez is back in action, Flowz. Last time we saw him, that amazing unification fight against Sonny Edwards, where he beat Sonny, took his belt. But he's vacated both of those belts, Flowz. He's left flyweight. He's now moved up to super flyweight to challenge one of the champions there, Juan Francisco Estrada, who we all know very well, Flowz. Quality fighter. Has been in classics, to be honest, with Chocolatito. How many times has he fought Chocolatito now? Is it twice now?
3 times now?
Is it 3 times?
Three times.
Three times, yeah. So he lost the first fight, 2012. Then fought and then beat. Second one was in 2021, split decision, cracker, classic, Flowz. And then they fought again December, a year later, majority decision. He won another tough fight. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, we know. So this is actually Estrada's first fight since that Chocolatito fight in 2022, Flowz.
Okay.
So he hasn't been very active. Didn't fight at all in 2023. But yeah, he's defending his WBC strap and his ring title as well against Bam Rodriguez, who is stepping up in competition in weight class. Flowz, this has the tools and minerals to be a cracker of a fight, to be honest, Flowz.
Yeah.
2 quality operators. You know how we both highly rate Bam Rodriguez. That Sunday performance was beautiful against a guy that we rate so highly. And credit to him to going straight for one of the big dogs, Flowz, in that division. So big credit. Yeah. This could potentially put him in the money train as well, Flowz, because if he beats Estrada, we know Chocolatito, I don't think he's fought really since then, but he's still a major name. He's still a money fight for him and other guys in that division. So yeah, man, this is a potential of a cracker fight. And you know what, Flowz? I'm pulling for Bam Rodriguez in this one. I think he can do it. He's so skilled, so good, Flowz, and he's younger and fresher than Estrada, who's been through wars. As I said, this is Estrada coming off over, he's been out for over a year. Estrada is now, how old is he now? 34 years old. He's had 47 fights, Flowz. And these Mexican fights, they're not regular fights, Flowz. We just look at the Chocolatito trilogy. All wars.
Yep.
So a lot of wear and tear in Estrada, I think, and just the freshness of Bam and just his skills, which I think is better than Estrada, despite how good Estrada is. That's what's got me winning this one pulling for Bam to win this one, Flowz. But I actually am expecting the cracker here because they're both amazing fighters.
One thing these guys are going to do is they're going to throw punches, especially Estrada. They're going to throw punches. Bam will be a bit more selective with his punches.
Yeah.
Probably picks the better punches. Estrada picks better punches as well. Don't get me wrong, but I think Bam's punch selection is very good. I think it'll be, once again, definitely be a cracker.
Yeah.
Estrada has been on the couch for a bit, but I'll be shocked if it's a remarkable drop in output from him. I suspect high output from him regardless. So it'll be interested to see how he looks.
Yeah.
And also interested to see how Bam looks at the weight. I think he will look good. I have no real issues. So I'm happy he's jumped right in there with one of the top dogs. Yeah, great fight. It'll be a great fight. I know that for sure. For sure. It's guaranteed it's going to be a good fight.
If you look at dimensions as well, Flowz, Bam is slightly bigger.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly. So
yeah,
this weight class is something I think that can suit him nicely.
Yeah, definitely a great fight. Yeah, definitely the fight of the weekend. Sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the undercard isn't too bad as well, Flowz. We've got Sonny Edwards making his return on the undercard against Adrian Curiel. His opponent's got 24 wins, 5 by KO, 5 losses, and 1 draw. So I think this should be a nice sort of get back for Sonny Edwards. It's good to see Sonny Edwards back as well. Quality operator in there. We rate him very highly. And yeah, he can, now that Bam's left the division, I guess Sonny can campaign again to get all the belts if he still wants to do that, or fight the best in that division, or, get some, piece of silverware back. So yeah, that'd be good for him. Ramla Ali is fighting for a world title. I think this will be her first title shot, Flowz, against a lady called Yamileth Mercado. Don't think I've seen her before, but I want to wish Ramla Ali a lot of luck as well. She's bounced back ever since that stoppage that she had, or that KO she had. She's bounced back nicely, and potentially should hopefully see her crowned the new champion. That'd be good for her. Shout out to Ramla. But yeah, Flowz, that's it for, I guess, the roundup of the week, or the upcoming week. There is a topic I do want to talk about, Flowz. I guess we have to talk about it. Ryan Garcia, the verdict is in. We didn't talk about it last Tuesday. I don't think it hadn't come in when we recorded last week, so
this week.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, we'll be remiss not to talk about it, Flowz. Yeah, Ryan Garcia has officially been banned. A year ban, Flowz, for the Ostarine. And he's had to forfeit 1.1 million of his purse, which goes back to Golden Boy, apparently. So I think that was what the guaranteed take, I think. Not the pay-per-view, but I think that's a guaranteed money he was given. Yeah. But yeah, sad to see, Flowz. He's an idiot. To put it bluntly, Flowz, he's silly. And I say it again, bro. David Haney and the Haneys have caught life like I've never seen before in my life, bro. Because that result has been overturned to a no contest now. So Devin Haney is now officially an undefeated fighter again. Yeah, man, he caught life.
Yeah, just to add as well, it turns out he failed 3 tests. So 2 with VADA. And then 1 with the New York Boxing Commission as well. So 3 failed tests for Ostarine, which is damning. So I think the 2 tests was the A sample and B sample with VADA, and a separate one with the New York Boxing Commission, whatever their boxing testing procedure is. Yeah. So damning, and his whole dossier about it being in a product. The product was cleared of having any Ostarine in it. So it's damning. It's damning. And quite rightly, bans. I think maybe the ban's even light, but
who got banned for Ostarine had to serve like a 2-year ban. I can't remember, was it a boxer or another sport? Can't remember, but I've seen Ostarine have longer bans.
Yeah, it seems like the ban's
light. There was another athlete that did 2 years for Ostarine. I can't. Oh, the name's lost. The name escapes me right now.
Yeah, I think we might have mentioned it before as well.
Yeah. 1 year is probably the lowest I've seen when it comes to Ostarine, to be honest. What makes it more annoying, Flowz, is obviously his antics, Garcia, like on Twitter, obviously the Twitter meltdown and whatnot, and just the way he's talking on Twitter. I don't know if it's really him or if he's still trolling, but it just makes the sport look bad. If you know what I mean, Flowz?
Yeah.
That air of I don't give a damn, I can do what I want kind of thing. This is not what you should be playing with, Flowz, and it just puts a bad name on the sport. He's there talking about, I'm going to retire now, whatever, or I can do what I want and go over to UFC. Shut. Someone take his phone. it looks ridiculous, to be honest. And I don't know, Flowz, if he'll come back and have the same hunger again, the same vigor for boxing. He might not. He might. I don't know. But I think the people around him need to manage this guy properly and correctly, because him serving the 1 year ban now, so young in his career, I feel like it's something that could have been avoided. Very, very avoidable. Ruined completely put a black mark on probably the best career win that he's had. Yeah, it's just bad, man. Bad for business, bad for him. And the funny thing is, though, Flowz, him serving this ban, he can easily come back after a year, right? And have that second fight with Henry or have that second fight with Gervonta, and it will do even more numbers. Which is hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's bad for the sport right now. I think it's a good look for the sport. The fan base is being annoying as well.
Blaming Haney,
Yeah, people are like criticizing Haney for this or attacking Haney.
Bro, I saw one comment that said, "Oh, this is a weak move by the Hades." I said, "Wait."
People say not a good look for the Haney. I'm just so confused.
Did he tell him to take the drugs? What do you mean weak look?
Some of the comments I'm seeing from the fans are just so bizarre, and that's why I say it's a bad look for boxing because it looks like boxing fans are idiots.
Yeah,
they're just idiots. Like saying, "Oh yeah," someone's pop dirty, and you're saying, "Oh yeah, what about the left hooks?" So he shouldn't have been in the ring. He shouldn't be allowed. It's not right. We can't defend. You don't play boxing. And so it's not good look at all. I've lost some form of respect for Ryan Garcia. Not that I had much anyway. I've always thought he was a bit of a goofy. But he earned some respect with that win. And now he loses even more because of what he done to achieve it. So and it's once again it's damaging for Haney because people are letting him off the hook. People are blaming him, saying whatever. So just not a good look for boxing at all.
And it can still damage, like psychologically taking your first L, even though it's not officially an L.
Yeah.
The beatdown he received Flowz kind of affect him. We don't know. We'll have to see when he comes back. But because it was such a vicious beatdown, that might, in fact, if I know Haney now and how he's probably gonna go back to the old Haney.
He should do
as a fighting. And to be honest, we told him to do that anyways, but so he got the boring tag and he puts people to sleep tag, not on his punches, but because of how he fights. Watch him go back to that style now, because he tried to do the aggressive thing and he got blasted out there. So but from a psychological standpoint, Flowz, we don't know how it's going to affect Haney. We'll have to see when he comes back. But again, it's all avoidable, Flowz. That's my thing. This whole ordeal could have been avoidable if my man just played by the rules as a proper professional and came in clean. That's it. That's it.
As Haney would say, Allah's the perfect planner. So
Alhamdulillah. Like clockwork. I said that tweet's coming.
There's one thing he says throughout this since that loss is that same phrase. So, like you say, he's caught life. Maybe,
it's caught. I've never seen it catch life like this, bro.
He can breathe a sigh of relief that he only beat me because of that, and maybe that gives him a bit more confidence than he was feeling in a minute. He's been posting, dancing. He seems jubilant by the news. So look, he should bounce back. And look, once again, Ryan Garcia failed to make weight. We forgot to even mention that.
Yeah, so you said that it's on two accounts that he messed up, bro.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, you say he shouldn't be in the ring off the drugs. Low-key shouldn't have been in the ring off the weight thing alone. Yeah. They allowed him and said, you know what, we'll let the fight continue. The Haney said, cool, we can still beat him. So he had the extra weight and the drug. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
He got, in fact, 1 year is light, man.
Yeah, very light.
Especially as well, I feel like they should have slapped in extra time as well, based on his antics as well, as in during the whole ordeal, taking the piss out of the thingy, saying, "Oh, I never popped dirty. They can never, it was done." He lied about whatever, was it the hair samples and stuff like that?
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. His whole Twitter campaign as to why he's clean and the Haney should suck his, that to me makes it even worse. So they should have added extra time for that because he's shown zero remorse. Even now, Flowz, he's shown no remorse.
Yeah. Well, he says he's retired now. So, look, I don't want to... I'm seeing clips of him doing whatever. I'm not really watching them. I'm airing them. I'll be real.
Yeah.
I'm airing all the clips of him the same way I was airing him before. if you're retired, good. Get out. Go do TikTok. We only want serious people in the sport.
Yeah, facts.
So if you're retired, good.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, we only want serious guys. And he hasn't been, look, there's been questions about his seriousness from day one. We actually defended him and said, you know what? He's actually, yes, he's goofy, but he's skilled. He's got tools. We can actually see a serious future for him in terms of going far. He's already got the social media superstardom behind him. This could be a potential super cash cow for the sport and be good for the sport. So we actually defended him, Flowz. And he's kind of spat in all our faces. I'll be so real.
Yep.
So if you want to go off and retire now, happy days. You're right. Serious people only want in the sport. And he hasn't shown that he's serious enough, clearly. So we tried to give him benefit of the doubt before, Flowz. Because sometimes a cornball's a cornball, right, Flowz? Sometimes a goofy brother is a goofy brother. We can't change that. But we felt like he was good for the sport based on, the profile he brings and also just his actual skill and talent. But he's clearly letting that go to waste with his antics. So yeah, you can do one. Shame though. Never actually won a title as well. Mad. No. Could have won a title the Haney night if he didn't come overweight. Crazy. But yeah, man, I like my sport serious with serious guys.
Clean up the sport, man, for good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, enjoy your year off. We'll see what happens if you do come back. But yeah. Yeah, Flowz, let's leave it there. It's been episode 201 of SZN Podcast. Once again, I've been your boy Kam.
Boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, keep running them streams. Peace.